Hello and welcome to another episode of What Do You Call It podcast. I'm your host, GB. I'm not 100% at the moment. It's hay fever. If you're in the UK, you know it's been scorching hot at the moment. If you've been able to sleep this week, I'm so fucking jealous of you. But we had a little bit of rain today, and hopefully it's supposed to get worse. I know that sounds quite miserable, but you know that Shawshank Redemption at the end when, okay, massive spoiler, but he escapes the jail and he embraces the rain. That's pretty much me. But I'm not going to talk about Shawshank Redemption and the heat. I'm going to introduce today's guest. Today's guest, he hails from the Enforcer country. Please welcome the Essex Pitbull, former DKW Chaos Champion, the Enforcer, Ian Frost. Ian, how you doing today, mate? You all good?
Good. I'm loving this a little bit cooler
Yeah,
because as a slightly larger gentleman, heat doesn't sit well with me all the time.
yeah.
Again, like struggling to sleep. It's been horrible.
Oh, mate, honestly, I talked to my missus and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not like being grouchy at the moment, but I just can't do this at the moment. Like, I've just been such a drama queen. But have you noticed when you're abroad, right? You'll be like, oh, this is brilliant. I can drink all day. I can do whatever. As soon as like you're indoors in England, you're like, oh, fuck this, fuck this.
It's a different heat.
Yeah,
Like, I've been to Vegas
nice.
and it's a whole different. Like you could. It's British heat is different. It's different.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Totally different.
It sticks to you, doesn't it?
Mm.
It's
You can't
all.
escape it.
And there's Americans who love us and worship us over here. It's not all it's cracked up to be. But
Mm.
enough about the heat. Ian, before I touch on your wrestling career, your return to wrestling, actually,
Mm. Yep.
we was actually discussing before. One of my friends listened to the podcast, Doug Kramer. He spotted you at the gym and gave you massive praise. So Ian's not only just a wrestler but also a powerlifter, and he has said he is very, very fucking strong. Ian, I want to touch on about your weightlifting. Just
Yep.
like
Sure.
training philosophy and what got you into it. In the first
I
place.
was fat. I was. I, no, I, just, I grew up. I was a fat kid, and I got to. I think it's like second year of sixth form,
Yeah.
where you could join a gym on your own. You don't have to have like. So me and my friend, we played basketball together, and we joined the gym that was at our school in Shoebury. Rubbish gym, complete complete shit gym, but it was our first gym we didn't know any about.
Yeah.
And so I just did it. I'll be honest, I did it to meet girls. So I went to get buff. I'm not gonna lie,
A
it
lot of
didn't
young
work.
lads do that, to be fair. Yeah.
Yeah. So I started training when I was 17. Didn't have a clue what I was doing.
Yeah.
My friend who I trained with at the time, he became a gym instructor there, and he did his qualifications. So he had a bit of a better idea than I had. But just but also, I was a wrestling fan, so I wanted to be like, or dare I say, a Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Can we say that name still? Has he not been
Talent,
cancelled yet?
yes.
Is he?
You know what? You can't erase
Um,
what he did for wrestling.
yeah, no, it's true. I wanted to be like him, Ultimate Warrior, have that physique. It didn't quite pan out. So I like my body shape to can tell I work out, but also likes food.
Yeah, mate.
And
Who doesn't love food?
true, because I even became a gym instructor myself for about 10 years. Still never got the six pack. I just don't think I'm just my body wants to have it. It wants to have insulation.
Yeah,
It wants to have that layer of fat to keep itself warm in the winter. And I even got down to I lost so much weight when I first started working out that my head of year pulled me into her office and thought I was asked me if I was anorexic.
fuck.
So I said no, I like eating food too much. And he said, "Are you bulimic?" And I hate throwing up.
Yeah,
So I went from in the space of like a summer, or the summer holidays of 6 weeks, 15, 16 stone to less than 10. So it was a drastic weight loss. So I
nearly
can
half.
understand her worry.
No.
I was training every day. I was gymming every day. I was playing basketball every day. I was mental. Where's that guy gone? But yeah, so I then tapered it back a little bit, and I've been growing ever since.
Nice. I'll go into the wrestling, how I know you,
Yep.
and
Hmm.
I actually want to discuss your return to DKW,
Yep.
Dropkicks Academy.
Hmm.
So you took
Yep.
a break from wrestling. We'll discuss that, but I want to talk about the present. So you
Yep.
faced off against Pete Miller.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, it wasn't your night, but it was a hard
I
hitting.
wasn't.
My first time seeing you live, and
Hmm.
commentate the match. I thought it was quite fun. I thought you had a real good presence. I thought you two had quite a fun match, and the fans, as soon as come out, it was a bit like oh shit, like,
Yeah.
so a lot
Yeah.
of eyes opened, and I was certainly impressed on commentary. Um, what are you looking to achieve in DKW and for the remainder of the year?
I'd like to wrestle for him again.
Yeah,
That'd be nice. But I know I came in sort of middle, quite a, so they've probably had plans in place
yeah,
already. I just, I see, I'm at that stage where I know I'm not going to be the guy,
yeah.
but I want to be able to be the guy that can help the guy. Like real talk, I'm nearly 43 years old. I know I've been doing this on and off for about 10 years. I've got knowledge I can pass on to the next crop of talent. That's what I mean, do I want to be champion? Sure. Do I want to be Shaker champion? Sure. Love it. But if I'm not that guy, I want to be able to help that guy
Just shows
to
what talent you have.
pass on experience and knowledge.
The fact that you don't want to just even sort of, as you've got older in your career, you don't want to just make it
Mm.
about you. And I
No,
think it takes two to tango.
I've
The real talent is
was
making your opponent shine as well and look good as well
yeah.
as you are at the same time.
Hmm. See, wrestling is very much it's not a team game,
Yeah,
but it is a team game. You're only as good as the people you're in there with.
yeah,
And I've always there was a time where I got very bitter, very jealous of the people around me that were getting more opportunities than I was. I didn't like that guy.
hmm
I made a promise to myself that guy would never come back. I wanted to be the guy that shined a light on my peers and people that were doing better or just as well as me.
You're only human.
It's just,
All like that. It's not. I get where you're
yeah,
coming from. That you're able to look back and be like, "Oh shit, didn't like who I was." But at the same time,
mm,
emotions can change. You've been doing it for so long, and you
yeah,
see it around people, in different positions than you are. Like, unfortunately, you might have a little setback, and it's
yeah,
only natural to feel like that.
yeah. Well, I had a couple of injuries as well early on. I separated my shoulder.
Oh,
That put me out for a while. Hurt my neck. That put me out for a little while. So I was that sort of. I think that kind of stunted me a little bit because obviously I had to take time off to heal.
yeah.
I was gaining momentum. I also broke my ribs as well. That was not a wrestling meet. That was on a night out in Southend.
Hey, where's Southend, mate? Where? You got to tell me.
Um, it was outside the kebab shop, Nino's.
Oh man, this is terrible.
Uh,
Near the Alex.
yeah, well, I'd been at the Alex, and I was sober. I'd like to
Yeah.
point out it was Christmas of I want to say 2018,
Yeah.
and the path was up. So there was doing the gasworks, I think. And I was just minding my business, standing waiting for my friends to get the food out of Nino's. And all of a sudden, these two drunk girls come running past, giving each other a piggyback,
Yeah.
knock into me, and I go rib first into the ditch. And I was like, I knew straight away, like, yeah, I had a booking the next day.
Yeah.
I had to Mr. Guys, I'm really sorry, I can't come. I've just broke my ribs.
Did you have to explain how you did it? And did they not believe?
Yeah, no, they believe me because. But yeah, I was like, I'm really sorry, I can't wrestle today.
Yeah.
I've just broken my ribs, and this is. I was like, oh, luckily they had standby us. It was all
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
but it's just so embarrassing to have to say to him, I can't come.
Knocked over by two drunk girls into a ditch.
Yeah, me of all people.
Oh. Um, awesome, man. Awesome. So in the same area, that's pretty cool. You have started. I see a company in Essex starting up this year.
Yeah,
You're involved.
yeah,
Tell me
that would
about
that 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 that, that would be this one.
Yep. Tell me about it, mate. That's a nice looking.
So it is. It's Essex Pro Wrestling Entertainment. It's not my company. I'm just a talent
Yeah.
and the champion. But I like the guy's idea. He wants to give people who don't normally get shot at other places a place to perform.
Yeah.
People that are just starting out, people that, like me, coming to the end of their time, a chance to showcase their skills. And I like the idea. I wish more people would do that.
Hmm.
And he has a lot of ideas. He's really passionate about this project. And there's two guys involved. There's Ian Thacker and Terry Crosby, and they're ideas that they want to build this on. It's just it has the potential to be really good, and I really hope I can help make him it really good.
Are they on social
The
media?
They are. It's on Instagram. It's at EPWE 2025, and Facebook it is Essex Pro Wrestling Entertainment. They have TikTok, but I can't remember what it is. I'm rubbish at TikTok.
Well,
I'm guessing it's EPWE 2025, same as Instagram. But
yeah.
yeah, it's a new company. Their first show was a school fete, just to sort of test the waters. Next confirmed show is October the 30th in Kent, which is ironic because it's called Essex Pro Wrestling Entertainment. The first big show's in Kent, but
I did see that, but next door.
it's Terry's from Kent, so
Yeah.
he's secured the venues. But yeah, no, it's it's got the potential to be really good. The roster's pretty good. It's got some good up and comers, and some old guys like me. And yeah, so I'm the regional heavyweight champion for that promotion. So I'm hoping to be able to defend that belt as many times as I can. I'm open to defend it wherever. Anyone wants me to defend on their shows, just at me, and I will gladly give someone the final verdict spear or the winner's edge clothesline. 1, 2, 3. To home with the belt again.
Lovely, lovely. Check it out if you can, people. Pause, go to it, and then come back to this interview. Hello there. I've got a special announcement for my next guest.
Hola, I'm Shelly Martinez, and this is Minnie, and I'm going to be the next guest on the What Do You Call It podcast. Tune in.
Yeah, I heard. We definitely didn't take a short break there, so I can blow my nose because of this hay fever.
We definitely didn't. It's an illusion.
Ian, one thing I noticed, I see you did a bit of cosplay of Sandman. I've also seen a bit of
Yeah.
Rhino 99 ECW attire. That's like, well,
Yep.
inspired attire. That's what I mean. I take it you're a big ECW fan.
Yes. Huge. I loved it back in the day. Unfortunately, I came into it quite late
Yeah.
into its life. I wish I'd have found it from the start. I have gone back and watched stuff from the start, but yeah, I was huge. Ironically, when I was a fan, I didn't like Rhino
No
because
way.
you wasn't meant to. He was
Oh
the
yeah,
heel.
true. We was quite young, yeah.
Well, I wasn't quite young, but you weren't meant to. But as I've got older, I've appreciated that because his spear is vicious. Sorry, the gore is vicious. But yeah, so I became a quite huge fan, and yeah, I have one of my singlets I wear is basically same as his design. This is a Rhino. It says Frost.
Mate, I love it. I think it looks wicked. Did you used to watch ECW on Bravo by any chance?
I
In
did.
the
Yeah.
2000, it was before Wrestling
Yeah.
Channel. You could
Uh-huh.
still watch WWE Sky, WCW.
Mm.
Still watched it on TNN, but
TNN. Yeah.
ECW was very limited. And it was on late, but it was on Bravo.
Yeah. That's the one.
Oh,
I'm that old.
I'm revealing how old I am as well.
So I remember WCW being on a Saturday afternoon
Channel 5.
on I.
Was
I
it
know before that it was IT. But it was ITV.
Yes.
And they showed like the Saturday morning Power Hour.
Yeah.
I remember being around my aunts and watching it, and it was like, oh, what is this? Because I hadn't. You're not going to believe how I got into wrestling.
Got to tell me, mate. Got to tell me.
No one believes me. I was in WH Smith's, and I saw the figures.
Yeah.
That was my first exposure to wrestling. Was the figures?
What the Hasbro
Haven't
ones?
seen this.
What the
Yeah,
Hogan like that?
But the first figure I ever got, Hakeem, the African Dream.
No.
Yep,
That's
that was
awesome.
what. Because I didn't know anything about them, so I saw them,
Yeah.
and my nan got me Hakeem, the African Dream, and that was my first ever wrestling figure.
Do you know what's crazy?
And
There's people in the comments right now, or people that listen to this, and they're like, Akeem who? Or Google it. I'm so ashamed of the people. Unless you are literally like born, I don't know,
yeah,
5 years ago. You have no
well,
excuse
that was
who Akeem is.
yeah. I mean, God, I was in Cub Scouts when that happened. That's how young I was. Um, yeah, that's when W. H. Smith sold toys as well.
Oh God.
The
You
whole
never get
top
away with
floor
that gimmick
was
now, but those Hasbros, mate.
nah.
You end up collecting them, or does Akeem just
Oh yeah,
rush with
I
them?
at the time when I stupidly sold them, I had over 30 Hasbros.
Did
I
you
had
keep them in
every
good condition
variant.
though?
No, because I played with them.
Yeah.
Um, I had both the WCW and the WWF ring. I had a few Galoobs as well, but they weren't as good because they didn't do
They
anything.
sucked.
That's why the ring did everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think I had every variant of Hogan. Most of the Ultimate Warriors. I was a huge Hogan fan as a kid. Huge Hogan fan. Um, I had the old and the new Macho Man, so the Macho King and the one with the ruffles, the yellow ruffles down his arm
Oh yeah,
as
what's the
well.
flat? And then you push it up.
Yeah. I had Bulldog, obviously. You have to have Bulldog.
Yes.
Um, Demolition, all three of them,
Mate, I
because
tell you
they
what,
brought
about
out.
Demolition, like I used to love them as a kid, right? I loved them and stuff. But as I've got older, like especially more last few years, it's just one of those gimmicks that just not aged well at all. Like come out in
No,
gimmick outfits. I'm like Legion
yeah.
of Doom, Warrior, all that. They all still look cool. Love them. But Demolition, man, like Spicy Spice, or if anyone's not seen them, just Google whatever. I'm
Well,
just God.
see one of the people I trained with. First of all, he wanted me to do a demolition gimmick,
Oh.
and I went absolutely not. You are not putting me in study suspenders at all.
Yeah,
It's not happening.
yeah. Here comes the.
Yeah,
He's in
yeah.
it.
This is my first idea for a character. This is when I first started out training in 2014.
Yeah.
I was going to be a masked wrestler called Doomsday until I got the mask, had the costume, and
Yeah.
I did a run in and a show as this character, and I realised I couldn't see out the mask because it was one of those ones that had the white eyes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and as soon as you're under the lights, you can't see fuck all. You can't. This is why everyone that says about Sin Cara botching, he has my sympathy. You cannot see out those things.
Yeah.
Like during the running, I had to be in position for a clothesline to take the clothes, and I saw it last minute as it was about to hit me. I was like, oh shit, bump.
Do you have an image of
Um,
this, by the way? You as Doomsday and like the white bits in the mark. That's it.
if you scroll further enough down on my Instagram,
It's there.
I think it might be there.
Oh, wicked.
Um, one of the because the first mask I got it was so cheap. It
Yeah.
was one of those ones you could basically, if you went to an LDN show, it's
Yeah.
one of the ones you could buy from like
Well, as a kid, 55 or something.
yeah. It was slightly better quality, but not much better quality than that. Then the second one that I realised I couldn't see in, I got that from eLucha. It was like a Venom style mask, which would have looked good if I could have seen out of it. And that's when I did an actual show with the mask. I cut the eyes out so I could see, but I just ditched that character completely. Well, no, we're moving on.
When did you
We're not going
become
on.
Ian Frost, the Essex Pitbull author?
So that was 2000. So it was. I said I've just celebrated my 10th anniversary a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
So that was the 15th of June, 2015. Was my first. No, I lied. That was my first match. It's July 2015 was my first match as the Iceman Ian Frost, where if I remember rightly, I was a Timu Kevin Owens.
Explain why you was a Timu Kevin Owens. Did you have like the
So,
and like the
so I had like shorts and the cut off t-shirt,
yeah?
which said, and this is how cringe. If someone should have slapped me, because the t-shirt said "Fight Frost Fight."
Ah,
So Timu Kevin Owens, and I was wearing boots that I don't know if you've heard of Harry Sefton.
not top of my head, no.
No, he's a wrestler who dresses around London area, but he trained at the same place I trained at.
Yeah.
For a little while, and he sold me these boots that I had no business wearing because they were from he's one of his first gimmicks was this like spaceman alien type thing. So they were yellow, orange, and purple boots. I had no business wearing them. My gear was black,
Yeah.
but they were my size, and I needed boots. I said, I'll have them. Says I'm wearing these orange, purple, and yellow boots. I've got black shorts, knee pads, and a black cutoff sheet that says "Fight Frost Fight."
Yeah.
And I was against a guy called Oliver Scott, and we're in his one and only match. So either it was that bad, or I beat him up that bad.
Do his moves as well. Did you do Owens or Steen, whatever you want to call him?
No. Luckily, I had my own moveset.
Oh, okay.
Kind of.
No package power driver then, or
No. No, I wasn't that bad. So my finisher at the time was basically a ripcord ball hammer.
Yeah.
So I'd rip them off and then elbow them in the face. That was my finisher. Looking back, weak as heck. And it was awkward because you had to make sure you get the person's hand. Yeah. That was 2015 July. That was my first time as Ian Frost.
Nice, and you've not looked back since.
No, I don't know.
Obviously, there's a bit of a break, but yeah.
Yeah, I've had two breaks. So my first one was 2019 to 2021, and everyone had that break a little while as well because that was COVID. But as I say, my reasons for having the first break was that I had a neck injury, but also, as I said, I didn't like how bitter I'd become. So I thought I'll take a step back, let my body heal, and then see what happens. And then how I came back, I was tricked.
Hello there. I've got a special announcement for my next guest.
Folks, it's the earthquaking, pillar shaking, meat popping, jaw dropping. The one you come to see, the man made for TV, BTBB, Big Trouble Ben Bishop. And you can hear me on the What Do You Call It podcast with my guy, GB.
You heard. Definitely didn't take another break.
It didn't. It's an illusion. It's seamless editing and advertising space. So my comeback was I was tricked. I was posting cryptic things on Instagram, but like old clips of me wrestling, saying that I kind of missed it and maybe like teasing because I was bored. Yeah. And my friend John, replied to one of the stories and said, "Thanks for coming back for one more." So I went, "Can do. What harm could it do?" So it was a charity show. So I said, "Oh yeah, I'll do it. I'll get back into training and get back in the gym more and get my cardio up." So I went. I turned up at the event at the show, and so I knew I was going against anyway. And I said, "Oh yeah, this match is the winner of this match is going to go into a triple threat, and as in the main event." Okay, so what's with the triple threat? Oh yeah, they win our championship. So this isn't a one-off then? Oh no, it was going to be, but it's not anymore. Oh, and you're getting the belt. So okay, so I guess I'm back. so I won the belt and I held that for nearly a year. And then the reason I gave up the second time was I was doing quite well in powerlifting.
Mhm.
And I was finding after shows and events, I couldn't train for the
Definitely.
powerlifting
Yeah, I can definitely imagine.
because I was a bench only powerlifter, so I only did bench press.
Yeah.
So I needed my elbows were shot to pieces. I couldn't press, and I was supposed to be going to the European Championships.
Oh wow.
Um, so I gave up to concentrate on that, and then ended up giving that up as well because I lost my. The thing is with the power, because I was only a bench presser and because of my size,
Mhm.
there was only me in my division, so I didn't have any competition.
Yeah.
So providing I made the lift, I won. So it had lost. I'd lost passion for it, so I wasn't competing against anyone.
Oh, I completely understand. Yeah. Hello there. I've got a special announcement for my next guest.
This is Chevs, and I will be appearing on the What Do You Call It podcast.
You heard. Tell me about some of the highlights of your 10-year career. I know we've discussed quite a few already, but just
Yeah.
anything that may stick in the back of my head, and you think, oh shit, that's all. Doesn't have to be about a match, a show, a fan interaction. Just tell me something.
So the one that there's a fan that goes to dropkick shows. His name's Alex.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you see the guy, he's disabled guy. He goes there with his something with his mum.
Does he have a Bray Wyatt belt?
Mate, he's always front row. He always got signs for the wrestlers.
Yes, yeah, he's cool. Yeah,
So I'd retired at this point,
yeah.
and this actually happened a couple of weeks ago, and he plays football for a team that like a special needs team, and so does my son. But they're different teams. So
Yeah.
I was with my son, like he was doing his training, and literally he spotted me, comes running over, shakes my hand, and sort of has a chat with me because he remembers me from wrestling. It's still surreal to me that I'm just a local guy that wrestles local shows, but people recognise me in the street.
Yeah.
And like I was a few years ago, I was at a fish and chip shop down the road, and some kid goes run up to me and goes, "You're Ian Frost." I went, "Hey," and it just blows my mind.
Yeah.
But I've one of the main highlights, and I will never forget this, was when I won the DKW Chaos title in my hometown, because that meant the world. Because they were that was the beauty of the match with Peter Miller,
Yeah.
because no one knew I was coming back as a heel. So when I come out, it's like, yeah, and then I do my heel thing. Oh,
Yeah, it was like oh, right, yeah. Bit of a gasp.
yeah, exactly. Because there was because obviously for my whole, apart from one show, for my whole like first stint of dropkicks, I was the good guy. I was the face.
Yeah.
We experimented with one show when I turned heel, and unfortunately, just after that, that's when that was my ribs, I think. So I had a gap. So when I came back, because I said to Lucas, I'm going to be winding it down, well, I had to turn my face again because
Yeah.
I'd sort of get that sympathy reaction. So that was the shock factor that I was coming back I didn't know how I knew I'd get cheers as I walked through the curtain because no one knew that I was going to be the heel. But as soon as I did that, I can't remember what I did now. I did something that was heelish. Oh, that's right. When I just screamed at him, I scared a kid at the side. That just popped me inside. I was like,
Yeah.
that's what I
Job
was going
done.
for.
Tick.
Yeah, and so I didn't know how they'd react, but yeah. So, but winning that belt in my home town was a highlight, and the fans in general.
Mhm.
The fans are always great. Like always, I like being a heel because I am a sarcastic son of a bitch in reality. So when I'm a heel, I am so sarcastic. Like I pick someone and I just shout abuse at them. and then hopefully they give it back. We can back and forth. When I pick something else and back and forth, I'm sarcastic to my opponent, like the birthday beats, because it was Peter's birthday.
Yes, I remember that.
And I usually grab there by the face and say, "Smile for the camera." Get the cameraman right in their face. It's so much more fun being the heel. You can have so much more fun with it.
Has got his commentator. I was like, oh yeah, giving him Peter's birthday beats and stuff like that, and just really enhancing the heel work. And I think you were having back and forth with the crowd as well.
Yeah, I will not breaking kayfabe here, guys.
illusion. Go back to what you said earlier.
I don't. I did one of the first shows I did, or one of the first few shows. Everyone knows nowadays that the rest of the friends, they go backstage, and like the guy that his show was obviously old school mentality, and he'd invited a celebrity, someone from Gogglebox to the show.
Yeah.
And he wanted to come backstage meet everyone. And he's like, kayfabe. You're bringing him back into me. You're the one that's breaking kayfabe, mate. Oh, heels over there, face over there. We're discussing what we're doing in a match.
Don't talk to each other. Don't talk to each other.
Yeah, don't even look at each other. Look at the floor.
Yeah, stop punching.
Yeah. Match brawl before the show.
Imagine that.
Those first few shows were an experience.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
And the first one I was on, it was a club in East Tilbury.
Yeah,
that says it. Really. And I was a manager. I was still in the mask. I was sweating my tits off in this mask, and I was getting chips thrown at me, and getting like hit with like inflatable things because there's no crowd control. That's brick rest for you.
I love it, mate. We are arseholes, to be fair. I'm not gonna lie, as fans. Even like the kids, some of the stuff the kids say, fuck me, like not even on commentary. Like even when I've been a fan and I've been a family show, it's like, oh my god, they're so creative with their insults. You do sometimes get the parent having to go at them, which is quite funny. I think that actually makes it even funnier. They're like, I'm not. I'd get a fucking slap if I said that. When I was younger, or probably now. Ian, where can the fans find you on social media if they want to keep up to date with what you got lined up for the remainder of the year, or more specifically over the summer?
Over the summer, at the minute, I'm quite quiet because obviously my work is shift work. I'm a security officer, so my July is what I'm working. So I'm looking at getting August stuff in August. But on Instagram it is the.enforcer.ian.frost. That why they made me do it like that, I don't know. Instagram is a funny cat. It really is.
Give him.a.follow.
Yeah. I wanted to do. So he wouldn't let me. Perhaps another one, Enforcer Ian Frost, somewhere else in the world. Facebook is the Enforcer Ian Frost. TikTok is the Enforcer Ian Frost, or no, I haven't changed it. That is the Enforcer Ian Frost, and then X is Ian Fruit/Ian Frost. But I don't go on there much, so don't bother follow me on there because X is a dead platform anyway.
It's because
Elon Musk.
I'm not even talking about the politics of it. It's a bit the wild. Yeah. I basically use it to promote my podcast and football now. Realistically, even like the community, I just don't care anymore about some of these tweets. It's just always so negative and just I run my eyes a lot. I think Instagram's great. Don't get me wrong, there's some horrific stuff on it, but you can avoid it easily. Twitter, like okay, well, what the fuck?
Yeah,
no escaping it really. I'm also surprised you didn't plug Kill Frost Kill.
I do actually. I actually have got a storefront on T-Shirt Studio as well. That's the Enforcer Ian Frost. Some fun. I've been having a lot of fun with ChatGPT.
Yeah,
that thing's amazing.
I may or may have not used it for the description. Podcast was
like I've got some 5 promos I've got to spit at some point. Thanks to that, it's named all my moves for me. Which is brilliant because I always come up with rubbish names for my moves back in the day. Yeah. Like my world's strongest slam, I called that the Pier Plunge Slam. I wish I was joking. I'm not. I used to do the Emerald Flosion. I called that the Frost Driver. And then I did I don't know whether Joe Hendry saw me wrestle, because I used to do a move very similar to what he does now.
Yeah.
As a pick up into a slam, and I called it the frostbite.
I like that one. I like that one.
That one isn't too bad, but I've seen one. So I now have the Winter's Edge Lariat.
Don't mind it. Don't mind it.
Don't mind it. Due Process, which is the three Irish Coast backbreakers
Yeah.
with a lariat to the back. I'm working on a discus clothesline, which is going to be called Winter's Fury, and then the final verdict, which is the spear.
That I like. Yeah. That is a finisher's name, isn't it? If you was going to pick one, the final verdict. I think that's
As soon as I saw it, well, that's the one.
Love it.
That's it.
Love it. Ian, pleasure speaking to you. I know we had to rearrange, and thank you for allowing me to do that. We were actually going to do this last month, but both our Zooms were down.
I think everyone's Zoom was down. I think it was a bad Zoom day.
Literally, it's the first time it's ever happened. I even looked up. I was like, "Oh shit!" Loads of people on Twitter moaning. Right, see, Twitter has its positives when people aren't bitching about each other, telling them to kill themselves. But yeah, thank you very much for your time. Honestly, it's been a blast chatting to you. It's flown by. Look at the time. We're not going to, but honestly, mate, wicked chat. I feel like it was just a chat to mates. So if I see it show, I'll have a little chat with you.
And don't forget, guys, check out EPWE 30th of October. Tickets on sale now.
Awesome. Do that, people. I hope you all enjoy this episode. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, give Ian a follow, give me a follow on my social media. They will be in the description below, the handles. But for now, everyone, enjoy the heat.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time for What Do You Call It? Podcast!